Hello everyone, welcome to E-Content Development Center, Majlis Arts and Science College. I am Ruby, Assistant Professor from Department of English. Through this video, I would like to discuss the poem Once Upon a Time written by Gabriel Okara. This class is meant for first semester BA/BSc students of Calicut University. This is from your common course. And the prescribed textbook for this is Ways with Words. This video may help you to analyze various elements of poetry such as tone, theme and imagery, etc. And also it will help you to get an idea about the influence of Western world on the old African tradition and culture. Have you heard about Gabriel Okara? He is a Nigerian poet from Africa. He was born in 1921 in Yenaga. He was the first writer in Africa to write in English. He was educated in Yaba College. Largely, he is a self-educated man who worked as a bookbinder after leaving college. Interaction with books and readings during his work time led him to write features and plays for radio. His poetry is based on a series of contrasts in which symbols are neatly balanced against each other. He incorporated Africa's thought, religion, folklore and imagery, in which he directly translated from Ijo language. Ijo language is their native language. His works includes The Fisherman's Invocation, Little Snake and Little Frog, An Adventure to Juju Island, You Laughed, Laughed and Laughed, etc. And he have received Nigerian Prize for Literature, Commonwealth Poetry Prize, NLNG Prize, Pan-African Writers Association Honorary Membership Award, etc. Once Upon a Time. This poem is written in the backdrop of Nigeria's independence from Britain. We can see the poet's concern about the changes or the drastic changes happening in the human lives and their characters when their culture, when their old tradition is meeting the Western world. The poet seems to be shocked of the changes in human values in their new independent country. He is mourning for the faded old way of life. The poet here remembers several things from his past, how the people used to interact each other, how they have behaved innocently, and how they used to do things with a true emotion from hurt. This poem, Once Upon a Time, is a conversation between a father and a son. Let's go through the poem. Before starting this video, let me ask you one thing. Have you ever pasted a smile on your face while gnashing inside? Or have you ever pretended happy when you are in a boring conversation? If yes, you can see yourself or your reflection in most of the lines in this poem. If you are saying no, this poem will let you know that there are certain type of people who are acting the whole life. Okay, let's look at this poem. Once upon a time. Once upon a time, son, they used to laugh with their hearts and laugh with their eyes. But now they only laugh with their teeth, while their eyes block cold eyes search behind my shadow. Once upon a time, people used to laugh with their eyes and hearts. That means there was a genuineness in what they did and said. But now they just wide open their mouth and show their teeth just to pretend a smile, to let us know they are smiling at us. It's not coming from their heart. They are just acting. Here the eyes are described as ice cold block. Why it is described such like? Yes, there is no emotions in their eyes. We can't read one's inner self through their eyes as it is frozen with no emotions. They are soulless. The artificiality of life is shown through these lines. The next stanza is like this. There was a time indeed they used to shake hands with their hearts. But that's gone, son. Now they shake hands without hearts, while their left hands search my empty pockets. People have become money-minded now. They will create a relationship on the basis of money. Even when hugging or shaking their hands, they are artificial and mechanical. If there is something to make use of, they will develop a relation, or else they will neglect it. The only thought of personal gains or benefits are ruling them instead of the true emotions like love and innocence. Next stanza is like this. Feel at home, come again, they say. But when I come again and feel at home, once, twice, there will be no thrice, for then I find doors shut on me. Guests are no longer welcomed these days. They are given a warm welcome only once. If we visit second time or third time, the doors will remain closed in front of us. The good intentions have faded from human lives. They have become selfish and not interested in keeping relationships. We are not expected to believe those sweet invitations. Why? Yes, because they doesn't mean what they said. See the next stanza. So I have learned many things, son. I have learned to wear many faces like dresses. Home face, office face, street face, host face, cocktail face, with all their conforming smiles like a fixed portrait smile. The poet's experiences taught him a lot of things in his life, especially wearing many masks or faces, just like putting on many dresses. One has to have home face, office face, street face, host face and cocktail face. All are fixed with a portrait smile. Here, the poet is adapted to change their mask which fits for the occasion. Just like people are changing their expressions and smiles artificially. The next stanza is like, and I have learned to laugh with only my teeth and shake hands without my heart. I have also learned to say goodbye when I mean good riddance. To say glad to meet you without being glad, and to say it's been nice talking to you after being bored. Yes, as this is the way of world, our poet also learned to smile with teeth, not with heart or eyes. He also learned to say glad to meet you when he is not really glad, and to say goodbye when he really means good riddance. And after a boring conversation with someone, he learned to say like, it was nice to talking with you. The society forced him to learn all these false things. But believe me, son, I want to be what I used to be when I was like you. I want to unlearn all these muting things. Most of all, I want to relearn how to laugh. For my laugh in the mirror shows only my teeth like a snake's bare fangs. So show me, son, how to laugh. Show me how I used to laugh and smile once upon a time when I was like you. Here, the poet wants his son to imbibe the exemplary values of past. He expresses his strong desire to unlearn all the false things or bad behaviors he have picked up over the years. In this concluding lines, he is asking his son to show how to smile wholeheartedly. Here he is expressing his wish to regain his innocence or faithfulness or sincerity which he thinks he have lost. Here the poem describes what happens when the old tradition and culture of Africa meets the Western world. With his nostalgic vision, Gabriel Okara is recalling the golden times of past. The purpose of this poem is to outline the behavior and personality of people at the moment. It also makes an attempt to bring back the personality of people who used to do things with a true emotion or true feeling from their mind. Okara has discussed a common thing of today. We can see ourselves in most of the lines. As we are busy with this modern life, we are not believing in sincere love or sincere relationship. We know all of us are aiming at our personal profits and gains. So this poet will surely allow us to rethink the way we are living and the soulless acts we are pretending. We can see the tone of this poem is nostalgic and also a little ironic. Theme is the change happening to a society and the influence of Western culture. The major poetic devices used in this poem are similes, metaphors and repetition. We can see the repetition of the phrase once upon a time in this poem. When we look at this fourth or fifth line, there comes a usage like ice block called ice. We can see the use of metaphors there. Simile is when something is compared to a different thing using the words like or as. So here we can see, I have learned to wear many faces like dresses, smiles like a fixed portrait smile, like a snake's bare fangs. In these lines we can see the use of simile. That's all about it. Let's check the expected questions from this poem. One is, when the father says goodbye, what does he really mean? The other one is, what do you mean by ice block called ice? And how does the speaker compare the love in the past and now? Once upon a time displays the pain of growing up and the loss of innocence. Please comment on that. And discuss how the experience has replaced innocence in the poem. These are the expected questions from this poem. Hope all of you understood what poet tried to convey through this poem. Thank you for watching.